What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fandom United. My name is Gio. This is Daily News Recap for July 27th. We got some cool stuff to talk about in the world of DC, some major Netflix news regarding Will Smith, and a very interesting story involving Robin Williams and that cringy Howard the Duck movie. We'll get to that. First off, thank you guys for stopping by and even clicking on the video. I just want to take a moment to show my appreciation. I'm still under the weather. This is getting old. Okay, it's going on day 5 now. I've drinking so much water. My vitamin C levels are probably through the roof. But what can you do except take care of yourself, which is what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I want to give you guys some videos because that's the reason why you subscribe to my channel. So let's get started with let's start with Starro. Okay, that giant starfish that you see on the top left of your screen, that is WB's latest marketing thing for their upcoming The Suicide Squad movie. And here is a video somebody took of Starro. And according to my notes, this is at Leicester Square, London. So the marketing has begun. It's not just James Gunn going out there and doing interviews and interacting with the fans. They have started marketing, and what a fucking idea this is. I applaud Warner Brothers. I'm very critical of them, but I will give them props for that. That is pretty cool. That will get people to stop what they're doing and look at it, maybe take a picture, and nevertheless, it gets people talking. What is this starfish? Why is it huge, and why does it have one eye? Well, it's a DC villain, one of the more weirder DC villains in their catalog of rich bad guys. And yeah, here's a photo of it right here, Starro, and it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Speaking of James Gunn, he has teased that he may be coming back to DC. He had such a great time making the Suicide Squad that once he's done with Marvel, and I believe he's finished after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special for Disney Plus, he is very much open to coming back and doing more DC projects, which I haven't seen the Suicide Squad yet. I have an early screening in a couple of days. I'm excited about that. But if it turns out to be great, I would be open for him coming back. Here's what James Gunn said when a fan asked him on Twitter if he will be returning. The fan said, "Do you have some discussions with Warner and DC for another DC project after Peacemaker? I will be very happy if you answer, James." And James said, "I have, yes." Now, what could that project be? It's anybody's guess. He has talked about Superman briefly, but kind of shied away from that, wanting to do something truly unique. And the Suicide Squad is what attracted him. And he talked about Starro being a villain that he grew up just being fascinated by and also terrified. So maybe he could do another Suicide Squad movie. Maybe he does an HBO Max project with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie has spoken very highly of James Gunn. You guys let me know what you would want to see. Assuming the Suicide Squad is as good as we hope it is, okay? I don't want to get too ahead. There's a lot of promise, a lot of hype for the movie. But what would you guys want to see from James Gunn? Let me know your thoughts down below. And let's go to Netflix. Netflix is continuing to demonstrate why they are the king of streaming, okay? All due respect to Disney Plus, all due respect to HBO Max, to Apple Plus, Prime Video, it is Netflix. And their latest move proves that they are the king. This, according to Deadline, Netflix acquires Hot Package Fast and Loose from STX Films with Will Smith starring and David Leitch directing. What a package, guys. What a package. A Will Smith-led action thriller directed by David Leitch, who has done Atomic Blonde, Hobbs and Shaw. He was very involved. I believe he was the co-director on the first John Wick movie, and actually, I think he stepped away from the second one. But Atomic Blonde, if you have not seen that movie starring Charlize Theron, one of the greatest action movies, I shit you not. The fight choreography is amazing. The aesthetic, the soundtrack, it is worth a watch. Hobbs and Shaw, look, it's fine. Okay, like I love Idris Elba. Well, I'm not here to review Hobbs and Shaw. It was fine. I do want to revisit it though because people give me an awkward look whenever I say Hobbs and Shaw wasn't the best. But anyways, David Leitch and Will Smith, and I chose that Will Smith graphic for a reason because them two would actually make a good pair for a Deadshot solo movie or a Deadshot series on HBO Max. Just a side note. But going back to the news that Netflix has acquired Fast and Loose, I have a description that I'm going to read from Deadline, and they're saying the film follows a man who wakes up in Tijuana with no memories. As he pieces together his past, he learns that he's been living two lives, one as a crime kingpin and the other as an undercover CIA agent. And this could be very interesting as far as Will Smith, okay? We usually know what we're getting from Will Smith, right? Leading man, very witty, a little comedic and whatnot, action star. But with this, the fact that he could play a crime kingpin and maybe show us a little bit of his darker side while also playing an undercover CIA agent, I mean, that's an opportunity for Will Smith to once again show his range. And the fact that David Leitch is directing gets me super hyped, okay? Because, again, I talked about it. Hobbs and Shaw, Atomic Blonde, John Wick, Deadpool 2. This guy is to the action genre what James Wan is to the horror genre. I mean, this guy can do action. And Will Smith, I'm on board. And real quickly, last thing I'll say, Netflix, they're making moves, okay? They got this. They got the rights to Knives Out 2 and 3. They got Zack Snyder and a 2-year first look deal. They got Steven Spielberg and his Amblin production company. They just locked up an agreement with Spielberg, one of the greatest directors of all time. They're making moves. It's time people start taking streaming seriously. Okay, it's not just a place for low to mid budget. They're spending money. I don't have the figures on Fast and Loose, the Will Smith project, but hey, they're spending money. They put up $500 million for Knives Out. Prime Video spent $200 million for Amazon's The Tomorrow War. Stop looking at streaming in a lesser light than theatrical, okay? Because the landscape, it has been shifting. It's no longer just theatrical theater movies now. Of course, theaters will never go away. You'll have the big budget event spectacle films to watch. The Godzilla versus Kongs, the Avengers, hopefully for better, the Transformers, etc. So just something to keep in mind going forward. Speaking of which, going forward, let's go to Spotify. This comes from the Hollywood Reporter, and they're saying Winston Duke, who plays M'Baku from Black Panther, will voice Bruce Wayne. This is an exclusive. According to their report, Winston Duke will star as Bruce Wayne, with Harry Potter actor Jason Isaacs joining him as Alfred, Batman's trusty butler. This will be a part of Spotify's deal with DC to produce these podcasts in storytelling format episodes. And the first one will be Batman Unburied. Excuse me. I had to look through my notes. No release date has been set for the podcast, but Winston Duke, I love the choice for him to voice Batman for Spotify's first DC project. That is exciting. And furthermore, I have a log line here to give you guys more details on the project. When audiences meet Bruce Wayne, he's a forensic pathologist working in the bowels of Gotham Hospital and tasked with examining the victims of the Harvester, a gruesome serial killer preying on Gotham's citizens. Not only will the superhero be forced to face his own mental demons, but he will also have to overcome them in order to save the citizens of Gotham as his alter ego, Batman. And you'll have to excuse the graphic. The ticker on the bottom is covering part of it, but that's the log line for you. Hey, man, if we're getting more DC content, but in audio format, not just audiobooks, but podcasts as well, featuring actors of this caliber, like Winston Duke from Black Panther and Us, hell yeah. If you're a DC fan, you should be cheering. If you're a comic book fan, you should be cheering for this. This is a smart deal for Spotify. For them to partner with DC and produce these kind of projects, one of many. We're also getting Wonder Woman, Lois Lane, Catwoman, Riddler, Batgirl. We're going to be getting a lot. So much to listen to, whether you're just at home working on stuff or out going for a walk, a hike, a jog, in the gym, whatever. This is pretty cool. This is awesome stuff. I cannot wait to see. It's very promising. Jason Isaacs is a veteran of DC animated films. I believe he voiced Red Hood for Batman Under the Red Hood. And I'm excited to see him and Winston Duke in this project. You guys let me know your thoughts on that. Let's go to a very out of nowhere piece of news regarding the late Robin Williams. I miss him. According to THR, Howard the Duck voice actor Chip Zien revealed that Williams left due to his frustration over trying to sync his lines with the animatronic Duck's bill. This is regarding the early 90s Howard the Duck movie, which I never saw and I never will unless I lose a bet. But what THR is saying is that, well, let me read the quote. This is the quote from the Howard the Duck voice actor Chip Zien. He said, "What I was told was by the third day, Robin said, 'I can't do this. It is insane. I can't get in rhythm of this. I am being confined. I am being handcuffed in order to match the flapping duck's bill.'" So how about that? Boy, did Robin Williams dodge a bullet with that. And you'll have to excuse me. Late 80s, not early 90s, late 80s. That is on me. I apologize for the error. Allow me to correct myself on the video. But man, what a bullet what Robin Williams dodged. But it also makes you think. Like, again, I haven't seen the movie, but I want your guys' take on this. If Robin Williams had voiced it, would that be enough for the movie to be good? I would imagine not, based on what I've heard. But maybe it makes the movie as cringy as people have told me it is. Maybe it makes it a little more digestible. The fact that it's Robin Williams, which, by the way, he went on to, the report said he went on to do Good Morning Vietnam, which I love that movie, and Dead Poet Society. So, dodged the bullet, Robin Williams. But, I'm curious. Do they have actual audio of? I imagine they would, right? 3 days. I imagine they have some audio. Will we ever get to hear that? Would you be interested in hearing that? Just for this, just for the sake of conversation, just to out of curiosity. Maybe they, line up whatever he recorded with some drawings or something. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a pretty neat, I don't know, Disney Plus sort of mini documentary a documentary short film. Anyways, let me know if you guys would be interested in that. And lastly, this is just a small update regarding MCU. There's been talk that people are worried that Marvel might push back the Eternals and Spider-Man No Way Home due to this Delta variant and the pushback on vaccinations. I'm not going to get into any of that, but there are rumors that there are conversations about that. But this latest marketing from Spider-Man No Way Home, which is just starting to begin, it's in its infancy stages, suggests that they're not moving back Spider-Man No Way Home. This was a trailer to promote Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, Tom Holland's 2 MCU movies. And in the trailer are these screenshots right here that you're seeing. Before you see Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters, Spider-Man's biggest journey is yet to come. They're teasing that Spider-Man No Way Home will be the absolute biggest live-action Spider-Man movie to date. And this is an indication that they have no plans, as of right now, no plans to push back Spider-Man No Way Home. So we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it, guys. That's going to do it for Daily News Recap, July 27th. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. I'm trying my best to get better, both health-wise and on here. But I appreciate you guys' time and subscriptions. It means the most. Tomorrow, I will be releasing a Suicide Squad watch-along, me and a couple of DC friends, DC fellow fans. So if you're interested in watching Suicide Squad with us before the Suicide Squad releases, then join us for that. And I should have it up by tomorrow, but if not, sometime this week. That's going to do it. Thank you so much again. And until tomorrow, you guys take care.